This is Rob. I'm here at Horror Hound Cincinnati, and my guests are the filmmakers from Alien Romulus, Don't Breathe, all these great films you've seen on the big screen. How's it going, guys?
How you doing? Great. Doing great.
How you doing?
So this is your first ever horror convention ever.
Yes, like this, yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's the first time we do it this way. I mean, we've done kind of pops and some cons and stuff like that, just promoting. But full-on horror convention is the first time. Yeah.
Let's talk about the turkey baster and Don't Breathe. How'd you guys do that?
So you saw on the screen. I think at that time, at least, it was still, today, I mean, who knows? You can get away with that stuff these days. But it was just, you try to find what's the thing that no one has seen on the screen that is terrifying, that it would be the ultimate nightmare for the main character. That's what you try to come up with. And we thought that concept was just, it would be, if I was that main character, probably would be the worst nightmare that could be, placed in front of me. So that's what you do. You try to do that also in an original way. What is the worst nightmare that you've never really seen before? Because that's what we look to do with every movie, that you sit in there in the audience and you go, wow, that I've never seen before in my life.
Now let's talk about the Evil Dead film you did. Let's talk about the practical effects and the sound design, which really made it phenomenal. It really sucked you into the film. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I think that's a better question.
I mean, that was, it was our first film, and we had a lot of support from a lot of very talented people. We had Bruce, we had Sam Raimi was the producer on the film, so he really helped. And but on the sound itself, I would say it's all credit to Bruce Campbell. He was with me throughout the whole mix of the film, and he was the producer on the film, and he was always there, jumping on the booth, doing sounds himself, like really making it pop. He knows obviously Evil Dead better than anybody, and he knew how to make sure it sounded like an Evil Dead movie. So that's all. A lot of credit to Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I love your guys' unique filmmaking because you use a lot of practical and, like I said, the sound design. And let's talk about Alien. You guys just did too. You did the practical effects on the alien creature. How tough was that to do the physicality of that?
Well, it's really hard. That's why a lot of people don't do it. It's way easier to just shoot an empty space and let the computers take over eventually and do a CG. But for me, it's more fun if I try to do it on the day. I think it's better for the actors, better for the audience. But it's a lot of work because you have to deal with an actual animatronic or creature or gag or liquids or blood blood does whatever the blood wants. It doesn't go wherever you need to go. So it's a lot of work, but I think the harder we work, the most the audience enjoy it.
So did you guys write a script for a sequel?
Yeah, we're currently working on that, yeah.
But we're not going to direct it. We want to make sure the direction goes into where we want, the story, because we love the characters we created, and just want to make sure that on the sequel it stays hopefully in the path that we envision as creators of those characters. Right?
Since you guys done a lot of horror films and all that, so are you guys like real huge horror fans? And what's that one film that really got you guys into the world of horror? I'm asking both of you guys.
I think it was the first Evil Dead for me. It was the first one. I watched it when I was 12, and just it was the first time I had a proper horror experience. Right?
What was your first horror film that really traumatized you?
Yeah, it's definitely The Exorcist. Yeah, I saw that when I was like 8 or 9, and it was quite an experience, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, that film scared me. I couldn't sleep for a week.
Yeah, same.
I had the nightlight. So what are other projects you guys are going to be doing that's going to be coming up? Can you talk about that?
There's always stuff that we're working on. You always have ideas. And actually now we are trying to find which one of those is going to be Fede's next movie. So there'll be stuff. Yeah.
So since this is your first Horror Hound weekend, so how were the fans, and what were some of the interesting fans you guys met so far?
Everybody's interesting. Every fan is interesting. That is the reason for doing this. That's why we came here. We just sometimes I think filmmakers forget who they're making movies for. You interact with the studios, with producers. You're in Los Angeles talking with other creatives, but you forget about who are the people you actually make the movies for that will not go to watch your movie. And that's why we came here. It's just be here, for a full day and get to have those conversations. And the reality, and this guy here is great. They will tell you, I love this, or they will tell you, I hated that you did that on that one. Why did you do that? So they have a real conversation with the audience, and so that's what we're doing. And that's what it's been great. And they're all amazing. I mean, they all have different point of view on the movies, but they'll have a love for the genre. And it means a lot to them. It means a lot to them, which that's a beautiful thing to see. That is really relevant.
So what was your most fun thing so far at Whorehound?
Sorry,
What was your most fun thing about the weekend of Whorehound?
Well, it's just what Fede was saying, talking to the fans, hearing about the stories. They usually tell you how this movie's met them at whatever stage in their lives and what it meant to them. And that's super rich. It's for me, it's the most interesting thing about doing something like this. Super fun.
All right, thank you so much. I had a blast. You guys are a ball.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. You too. Thank you.
And there you have it.